Tessa and I discovered the mission of RVLA very early on. The mission was to empower students to deepen sense of self and broaden our network of connections. This seemed impossible. Imagine a 14-year-old girl living her life in small town Cochrane, Alberta, 46.2 kilometers away from a 15-year-old girl living her life in small town Airdrie, Alberta. Never knowing we would eventually meet, our VLA program brought us closer than we ever thought we could be.
Halle and I met on the first day of our VLA program. We were put into a group of 4 and we just happened to be put together. On our first day, we were given a task to find emotion in pictures. Those pictures were a carousel at a fair and a seagull at a beach. In those pictures, we found a common ground that we had with each other and a similar interest.
Tessa and I took a comfort in one another and brought it outside the bonds of our VLA program, deepening our connection with one another.
When we finally got close, we ended up FaceTiming for 2 hours and 45 minutes. We talked about things we didn't feel comfortable telling others, and one of the things we talked about is how we had issues with friends at home and stuff at home. We got really close and how we needed someone to lean on, and that was each other.
Together, we realized the things that seemed impossible were actually possible, and together we could make them so much more.
When I was a little girl, I used to think growing up was impossible. But as I got older, I realized it was possible. Some things I still thought were impossible though, like getting a job, or my license, or even moving out of my parents' house. With our VLA program, I realized it was so much more possible, and that the things you do here are really important for life.
When I was little, I thought being able to ride a bike was impossible. But then I realized it was possible. You just had to keep pushing yourself and trying until you got it. Coming into this academy, I didn't think I was going to take anything away. I didn't see myself as a leader, but other people did. When the day came to start our VLA, I went in with an open mind and was ready to see what they had to say. Leadership has changed me as a person. I feel like I can be more open and let people in and make the connections I can. I went in thinking I'm going to talk to the people I know and no one else. It seemed impossible to join our VLA and meet new people. But I went in on the first day and made a new friend. We became close, even closer than I thought we could. So when people say things are impossible, they're not, unless you make them impossible. Things are always possible if you believe in yourself and you let others help.
Halle and I have grown over this year from not knowing each other to knowing each other better than we ever thought we could. We went from thinking things were impossible to visualizing them as possible. We have grown and so much, and we have realized that there are so many different bonds that we can make here.
Our VLA helped us realize that we can move forward in life with the right variety of networks and support systems. And the relationships you form now have a lasting impact because they make life more possible.
During our time in our VLA, we have realized that there are so many lasting memories and connections that are made just like ours. While writing this speech, we struggled trying to find time between sports and our family, and that made it very packed together with everything. With hard dedication, passion for this project, we made it possible. I'm Tessa.
And I'm Halle, and thank you for joining us on our journey, and thank you for coming.